is Jenny Castillo, and she's here with us today with her daughters, and they're going to read for us. So, Jenny?
Thank you. Thank you. It's a pleasure to be part of this night. I currently live in West Oakland off of San Pablo Avenue and 26th Street, so truly this is what we see. I work for St. Mary's Center, which is a senior service provider that helps housed and unhoused seniors, and this is what we see, and so this work is so important. Thank you so much. I'm a mother who works really hard to break generational poverty, generational homelessness. And myself and my daughter has experienced it. So we have a granddaughter. I have a granddaughter. She has a granddaughter. And it is my hope and my dream that she does not have to go through what we have went through. I was unhoused, which is the preferred term, for about 9 years when my kids were little. Four little kids, 4 little stair steps, and we went from shelter to shelter, transitional house, to one friend's home, to another friend's home, and it's very traumatic. So the poem that I wrote is called 3 Generations, and I'm honored to be able to share it with you tonight. I say 3 generations, I really mean many. Through my heart flows the power and spirit of my mother, and her mother before her. I have shed many tears and suffered many pains and lived through times that I thought would end me. I have suffered through trauma that only women endure and got caught up in love that was the opposite of love. I have wished for peace while living in an unpeaceful life and have lived tied to a past that left me broken and brokenhearted. I have also experienced joy and deep gratitude for the experiences that have brought me to my knees in prayer, has also lifted me up to dance a song called Freedom. One day a child was laid in my arms. My firstborn, a daughter that looked like me who showed me unconditional love. This was a beautiful new experience to have a daughter. I was changed to my core. I was transformed. I became somebody's mama. And through her newborn eyes, peace began to grow in my heart and tiny bits of hope began to rise. And I wanted so much to make her little world better. But my lifestyle demanded trauma and more trauma. And this little girl and her little brothers suffered with me as I made my way out of despair and homelessness. You can still call me poor, but I don't. The effects of poverty do not affect me anymore. And every day I pass this strength and this message of peace and joy to my daughter and her daughter. And this is what I know for sure, that my mothers have never forsaken me. Because of their strength and constant prayers, today I am bright and shining.
Through my heart flows the power and spirit of my mother, and her mother before her. I am a child of my mother who loves me unconditionally, but was too wounded to provide a safe place for me. As a child, I had to call many places home. You would call them shelters, tents, places filled with strangers. Rooms that belonged to everyone, but never to me and my little brothers. As a mother, I got better. But as a product of my neglected community, my mother's healing was not enough to avoid years of deep emotional and physical abuse. I have suffered through trauma that only women endure. Then one day, a child was laid into my arms. My firstborn, a daughter that looks like me, who showed me unconditional love. This was a new, beautiful experience to have a daughter. I was changed to my core. I was transformed. I became somebody's mama. My mother's healing cleared the path for mine. Now I work hard to make my little daughter's world better. This is what I know for sure, that my mothers have never forsaken me. Because of their strength and constant prayer, I am bright and shining.
I am Janai. I am bright and shining. Through my heart flows the power and spirit of my mom and her mom before her. I may not have everything I want, but I have everything I need. I call myself Lil Diva because my mom and grandma tell me I'm important and precious, and I believe them. I have a place that my mom and I call home. I have a room just for me with my favorite books and favorite pink things. We have pictures on the wall of my grandmother who takes me on day trips to take pictures like a real photographer. I also have pictures on the wall of my grandmother who watch over me from heaven. And my clothes are always clean. And some of them are cute enough that make me want to put my hand on my hip and smile. Sometimes I wear my hair in fancy little braids, not done in a shop but braided by my mama. And they look just good at a shop. My mom and dad broke up a long time ago, but I'm not from a broken family because I am loved by my mom and dad and my uncles and my cousins and my grandpas and my great aunts, especially my grandma. My mama tells me I could be anything I want. I believe her. My grandma tells me to be generous, and I told her I'll work on that. I am Janaya. I'm 12 years old because of my mom's love and the love of her mom and her mom before her. My future is bright and shining. Thank you.